EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the Bears and the Bills, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
Yes, nothing quite like Buffalo in January as we welcome you inside a snowy Bills stadium on the shores of Lake Erie.
Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Buffalo Bills.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
Well, the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
Partner, do we still count this as the holiday season?
A little bit of a gray area, but I think you can.
Okay, well, we just passed it, right? Well, the gifts keep coming to our guy, don't they?
They do.
I mean, think about this now. Clinch your playoff spot. Offensive player of the week in Week 16. I think he's going to keep going. I think he's going to keep firing away. I don't think they pull back at all.
Yeah, and everybody for them rounding into form right now.
Fournette.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Leonard Fournette.
His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. Bills have taken the early lead. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
To throw again on 2nd down, Dalton.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Chris Jones now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
Johnson to return it.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Fournette running out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep with the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Fournette on the counter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Allen to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bills have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago, and you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
Well, throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. The 40, the 20, touchdown, Chicago. A great play. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same. but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last two plays having gone backwards. Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Dalton's throw complete here to Kmet. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now a give running right is Montgomery.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And Dalton to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills.
Allen hit. He lost the football. So they keep the football, but now face second and long. To throw, it's Allen. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen being chased out left. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And this is taken in at the 5. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Leonard Fournette in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away.
Good more cover.
So we've come upon, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. In his own end zone, it's Allen. On the move to his left. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be third down. Allen off the play fake. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets...
for the point after, Corey Vedvik.
And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things, and you know in that situation.
He's got him in, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense.
And following the interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 88 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flushed out right. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Going deep for Diggs. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Dalton sets up play action. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Dalton here from the gun.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Dalton off play action.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. From midfield here, Dalton.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Allen. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play here for Buffalo.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
That's going to be caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And this Fournette territory here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Leonard Fournette with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Shaun Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So Dalton and the Bears now
down by 7. 2:22 on the clock. Deuces wild. Well, their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. Andy Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A huge play there for Chicago. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies them to get set. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown number 8.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing is Allen.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Brashad Perriman with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bills on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So the focus now shifts to the Bears, trailing by a touchdown. A little over 80 ticks to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Dalton's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
7 yards, the pickup there. Here's Dalton.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And that is incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Dalton. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. Now the Bears going to... all the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Passing, it's Dalton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
It's do or die for Dalton. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of